G'day, my name's Chris and this is Dave. Thank you for being a digital partner in our open day. Thank you for watching and being early adopters. Now Dave, we've got a whole heap of machines.
We do.
Run us around what we're going to be doing.
Righto, so we're going to start off and we'll make our way through the yard and point out some of the key features on each of these machines. So here we've got a couple of our service technicians doing a bit of work on this 15-ton excavator. Now it's stored with 4 cameras, and Sammy, if you can just pan around here and have a look at these cones. This cone here is reflecting where our orange zone starts. So when these people will get in between this cone and this cone, there's a little person in there that's going to flash orange and an arrow will point to the direction that that person's entering in that zone, and they're going to get a beeping noise. Beep, 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 beep. When they get to the red zone, which is the next zone across, the little person in there is going to turn red and an arrow will point to the direction, and the beeping noise is going to change to pedestrian detected, pedestrian detected. Now on this particular machine, we've got it configured, Utes, that it's actually going to cut the hydraulics of the machine when someone gets into that red zone.
Into this high risk zone.
Yep.
On top of that, as they do enter the zone, there is an external speaker option available as well. So if someone's on the phone, they're not paying attention, when they get into that zone, there'll be an external speaker to tell them, machine in operation, step away. So let us take you on a little tour and show you the versatility of Safety Shield across a range of different plant. So the first asset that we have in our open day is a beautiful big wheel loader, common on site quarries, mines, general earth moving applications. We're going to show you both solutions that we fitted on our wheel loader here. You don't need to go to 2 companies to do one plant on plant solution and then come to us for a plant and people. We have both solutions all in the one company for you. So Dave, let's run over the plant and people.
So we mentioned previously on the excavator about the external alarm. So we're going to cross through these first zones now, and you're going to hear the external alarm kick in.
Stand back. Vehicle in operation.
So you can hear that. So not only are we empowering the operator to tell that operator where that person's entering the zone near the machine, we're now warning the people around the machine that they're in a very dangerous part of a zone around that particular bit of plant, and they should move out of that area. One of the other features this machine has, you can see the yellow shield up there, which is red, indicating that the operator doesn't know we're here and he doesn't know that we want to approach the machine. Now what we would do in a normal situation out in the paddock, we would give the operator the thumbs up, and in return when the operator sees us,
thumbs up, accepted.
they press that button in the cab
With caution.
and sends out an audible message for us to say he knows we're there, it's okay to approach the cab. Now when we do that, it's doing 3 things. The first one is it's muting those alarms. So you'll notice now there's no external alarm, there's no internal alarm. So they can have a conversation without having to compete with these loud alarms. The second thing what's happening is it's not sending communications of these videos to the portals. So your safety managers and your managers at work, they're not going to be bombarded with these false alarms around people approaching the machine, because everybody knows that they're meant to be there. And the final thing that's happening when he presses that thumbs up button in the machine, it's disengaging the hydraulics of that machine. So there's no risk that they could accidentally bump the accelerator or pull on the joystick and move that machine or articulate that machine and cause any harm or injury to the person that's talking to them. So that's the beauty of the thumbs up. What we have to do, we get out of the zone, the operator will hit that button again, and all full operation will go back to work on that machine for the AI safety camera system.
So guys, also with the Safety Shield system, you can get what they call the digital thumbs up. Now, this works in conjunction with the machine, and possibly if you want it to, you can work in with the park brake. So at the moment, the machine's in operation, and outside on the shield, on the indicator outside to any pedestrians, anybody wanting to approach the machine, you should have a thumb outside with a red cross through it saying, do not approach the machine. But what I can do is if somebody's out there and they want to come and see me and talk to me, and they give me the thumbs up, I can actually press the button. The button then goes green.
Accepted.
You get an audible and visual alert.
Accepted.
And if you pan down to the screen down here on the actual machine, we've now engaged the park brake. So I can go in forward or reverse, and the machine won't go anywhere. I can't move. so that we've tied the digital thumbs up into the park brake of the machine, which then stops the machine from moving forwards and backwards, and the pedestrian can then safely approach the machine and talk or do what it needs to do with the operator at the cab. When I'm done talking and do what we need to do, we can then take the handbrake off, put the cross through the thumb outside, we can then safely move the machine forwards and backwards.
Okay, so Safety Shield is our plant and people solution to be able to avoid any potential injuries. What we have for plant on plant is our Ogden Safety System multi-beam radar. Ogden gives two different types of product availability for you. The first base model, it will provide, set the parameters. If you want your operator to get a verbal warning, an audio warning, when he's 20 meters away and then 10 meters away from an object like a car or anything else for that matter, doesn't matter, it will provide that audible warning inside the cab. If you want to ensure that these things don't hit any machines and don't cause damage, Ogden has the capacity to be able to stop the loader with a set, and you can set this distance within a set distance from the object. So when it comes to plan-on-plan accidents, huge amount of cost taken away net profit, huge amount of downtime, plus obviously the time in regards to training the operator and investigating. Avoid all of that with your Ogden solution. We'll show you now in the cab exactly how it works.
G'day all, we just wanted to show you the in-cab display for the Ogden safety system. Now you'll see that there's three lights here, three warning symbols here, and as we sort of move backwards in reverse, slowly gonna seize the object behind you. It's gonna pick it up in the first stage. So we've got three separate stages of warning. Here's your first stage of warning, and as you can see, as I stop the machine, it'll stop giving me signal. If I go backwards some more, it gives me some more signal. So that's your first stage of warning. Now your second stage of warning, the second one will start flashing to tell you that you're closer. Then your third one will all flash to tell you that you're way too close. Now, obviously, the audible changes and the volume increases as you get closer and closer to the object behind you. So that's a little bit of a demo on how the in-cab display works for the Ogden reverse radar system, which can be fitted on the rear of the machine and the front of the machine if you choose to. So thanks very much.
This one's a banded wood chipper, big 21-inch machine here. So obviously when it comes to wood chippers, you know, but think crushers, think screens, think anything that has an in-feed like this where there's danger of people being in that zone. Okay, so as I said to you, we've fitted here on this banded wood chipper, 21-inch wood chipper. I've got my handy helper Dave here. So we've set the camera up just at the top of the in-feed. Now being a hand-fed chipper, the vertical panels there is where you're feeding the wood chipper. Obviously, you can't be everywhere, you can't see everyone on site. If you're a larger arbor company, you might have 50 crews out every single day. How do you monitor their safety? Well, we can show you exactly how you can jump into bed at night and know that your people are going to be safe, and if there is dangerous behaviour, how we capture that into the portal. So Dave, tell us how we set the zones.
Yeah, okay, so we've got the camera there. On a installation that's actually going out in the field, this is for demonstration purposes, we would actually mount the camera on the high side of the feeder and drill a hole in the top there to protect the camera. And so we've set these zones here. The zone on this camera is going to come out and around, basically cover that whole hopper area where the branches and etc. are going to be fed through. So as I approach this, we've got the grinders are spinning, and as I come in and lean forward, the camera spotted my limbs, probably about from the tip of my finger to my elbow, and it stopped those rollers from moving because it sensed the body part inside that zone where there shouldn't be. To get it moving, we come back out of that zone and it automatically starts spinning again and you can get back to work. So that's the whole concept behind that.
So when it comes to looking at the versatility of Safety Shield, what you need to look at, this is obviously a wood chipper, but if you've got crushers, if you've got screens, if you've got any type of plant and equipment where you don't want people coming into a certain zone where they're high risk, we can set both one camera, two cameras, 3, 4 cameras, it doesn't matter how many. We'll come to your site and find the solution to ensure that your team get home safe every day. But more importantly, Dave, who's come in and feeding the chipper at the wrong spot, that video has now gone up to our safety portal. That event is now logged and you get all the data to be able to see trends of behaviour, and that is what Safety Shield is all about. Don't be afraid when you first put it on that your number's going to be quite high. Don't be afraid by that. It's a baseline number that we need to establish to then be able to work your trends down. So when it comes to Safety Shield, obviously yes, the diggers, the loaders, the earth moving space, but everyone in the wood chipper space, everyone in the screening, the crushing, the quarrying, we can ensure that people stay where they should and stay where they're safe.
Chris, if I could just add, sorry.
Yes.
We just want to make it really clear, guys, it's not replacing the bumper bar. So we do not recommend that you take the bumper bars off when you install in the AI Safety Shield. It's just to assist and add more protection around your machines and your workers.
And to give you that data to make sure they're safe. So, thank you so much. Let's move on to the next one. Well, the stats don't lie in regards to injuries on site and the types of assets that are most likely to cause injury. So, stats are anything around the telehandler and the forklift space, anything lifting material, tight parameters around people. Safe Work New South, Safe Work Australia shows that the stats of highest amount of injuries occur with these type of assets. Now Dave, what have we done on the Merlo telehandler here?
Okay, we've got all the bells and whistles on this bad boy. So the first thing you'll see here, we have two zones set up, a yellow zone, which is from the yellow cone through to the red cone. What's going to happen, there's a little display in the cab, which is going to point an arrow for the operator in yellow, indicating what direction we're entering that zone. And inside the cab, he's going to get a beeping noise. Once we move to the red zone and beyond, it's going to turn red, that little stick man with the arrow. The beeping is going to change to pedestrian detected, because we're in a really high risk zone. It's going to send that video and the location and details around the machine up to the safety hub for the safety inspectors to review. And so that's what's going to happen when we enter the zone. Now, we also have an external speaker, because that all gives the operator complete visibility around his machine. But we want to now let people know outside the machine that they're entering those zones. So as we enter those zones, you're going to hear a loudspeaker externally tell us that we're getting into the area where we should not be and to get out. And then furthermore, you'll see the yellow shield up on the machine. Now that's a thumbs up. The idea behind the thumbs up is that we stick our thumb up to the operator if we need to approach that machine. In turn, operator presses a button and that'll send out a loud message and give us a green thumb on that display to say, okay, I know you want to come to me, you're safe. Now in doing that, that's going to stop that machine from moving forward, and it's going to stop the forks from being able to operate as well. So there's no risk when we're talking to that operator. There'll be no movement of that machine whatsoever. Have our conversation, it'll mute all the alarms so it's not extra loud for us. We get out of the zones, they press the button and they go back to work. So mutes.
Let's run through a typical example. You're running around on site, blokes are on the phone and they're just walking around.
Stand back.
There's our external alarm.
Operation.
Straight away, it's a loud enough audible warning to go, righto, I need to move myself back out of this zone, and we move back out of our zone, and in turn,
I want to go and talk to him.
Thumbs up. Accepted. Approach with
I
caution.
can now move in.
Thumbs up. Accepted. Approach with caution.
It's muted all the alarms. The operator here cannot move this machine. As you can see here, it lifts the revs up here. He's trying to press the accelerator, rev her up. The machine is totally disabled for moving whenever this thumbs up is activated. The little display is still going to show what direction that somebody has entered that machine, okay? So you can see there, it's still saying there's someone there, and if somebody is around behind, that operator can still know of in the cab while he's having a conversation with our cameraman that somebody has entered that the zone from behind the machine. So totally disengagement, it's not moving, it's muted the alarms. I've had the conversation, I've handed over a set of plans or whatever it might be to the operator. We're now going to get out of the area, and when we do, the operator will hit that button and re-engage that machine hydraulics and put it back to work. And now he can go back to work, and he's got full control, as you can see, of the machine. And that's your telehandler with Safety Shield Global.
Alright, statistics don't lie. Forklifts are the most dangerous asset when it comes to a workplace. WorkSafe Australia has given us all the stats, and the stats say that these ones, and you can understand why, fast moving, difficult to be able to see around, and lots of workers, pedestrians, delivery drivers working in and around these assets. So we've got a larger forklift here, but we can obviously fit to all different sizes. So with the forklift we've got here, we've got it fitted with how many cameras, Dave?
There's 3 on this one.
3 cameras. So we can fit anywhere from 1 to 2 to 4 cameras depending upon the vision you want around the forklift. As you can see here, what we've set up, we've got our yellow cones and we've got our red cones. So with Safety Shield, you've got your 2 zones. Yellow zone, where it's going to give you an audible warning. We've set up the external speaker. We'll give you an audible warning when you enter into a zone that you shouldn't be within. You can set that zone completely configurable. Righto, Dave, do you want to run through the thumbs up?
Yeah, sure. So the way that the thumbs up works is, you can see up there's a red circles on the big yellow shield, which is indicating that the operator doesn't know that we're close by and that we want to approach the machine. What the idea is, if you stay outside of the zone, and I'll give the operator the thumbs up, and in turn the operator's going to press a button.
Thumbs up, accepted. Approach with
And you'll hear that audible message and the green thumb appear up on the shield. Now what's happening there is there's 3 things. It's going to mute all the alarms, the internal alarm and the external alarm. So that allows you to have a conversation without the system beeping and yelling out messages to you. The second thing that it's going to do is when you get into the red zone, what normally happens is with the thumbs up turned off, it sends that image, the video, 10 seconds of video, the location of the machine and the details around the machine to our live safety hub for safety people and managers to review why someone was in that red zone. But with the thumbs up turned on, it's not going to send that up, which is going to reduce the amount of reports that you have to generate because you know that somebody's meant to be near that machine. And the third thing what it does, it disengages the movement of the machine. So the hydraulic forks can't be moved, the machine can't be reversed forward and back. So when you're up talking to the operator, giving the operator something, there's no risk that the operator might bump a lever or press on an accelerator and move the forks or whatever. So it's a very safe way for, if you've got people at the front of the machine putting more pallets or checking pallets or boxes onto the forks, you can engage the thumbs up, which means the machine cannot move, okay? And then they can do their work at the front, get out of that zone, press the button to turn it off and get back to work. So that's how our digital thumbs up works. So I'm going to approach the machine. You'll hear that there'll be no external alarms. Then I'm going to get the operator to turn it off and I'll get back out of the zone. Now while the thumbs up is on, I will add the little display inside the cabin will always still show the operator if someone's entering the zones around the machine. So that means that he could be talking to me, but if someone was to enter in from behind that machine, the little display is still going to point the arrow to behind the machine to say, hey look, there's someone behind the machine as well. So it's a very nice feature to have. So I'm going to walk forward, see that there's no alarms going off in the cabin here. Hopefully you can see up there, it's still showing to the operator there's somebody here. I can have the conversation with the operator and then I'm going to move out of the zone. The operator will turn off the thumbs up. Changes the image. Now if I walk back in, and you can hear the external alarms and he would have the internal alarms working inside the cabin as well. So that's our forklift solution. Again, you can go on a large forklift, small forklift, in any application, inside a warehouse, outside, on a port or something of that nature around your yard. So give us a call at Earthmoving Technology Solutions if you're in need of keeping your forklifts and people apart. Thank you.
Okay, today we are launching both our people and plant protection with our forklifts and our plant-on-plant traffic management solution for warehousing. So in all warehouses, they're dangerous areas, there's people moving around, there's lots of blind spots. We are giving you a complete warehouse solution, plant on plant, plant on people. So first thing is, I'll cover the forklift. We've got the safety shield on your forklift. 1 camera, 2 cameras, all the way to 4 cameras, 360-degree view. We can stop the forklift from moving. If you want to talk to the forklift driver, we've got the thumbs up. So any interaction with a forklift can be a safe interaction. But the biggest thing that we're launching, and it's the first time ever, is our plant on plant and traffic management solution. Jeremy, tell me more.
So our traffic management system, you can set up whatever the zones you'd like, and basically as you've got an operator moving through the larger lane, as you exit the aisle, you could, just where that red line is, you can see, if someone walks past that line, the light will turn red. So as you can see, the light's green. Chris is currently outside the yellow zone, therefore it's green. So that would mean that the aisle is clear. It goes yellow once he passes that yellow line that we've set up, and then red once he passes the red line there. So that the operator knows as he's coming out of the aisle that someone in a forklift or someone walking is in the way and that he should stop, making it a lot safer, whether that be plant on plant or plant on people.
So if you're a safety officer in warehousing, it is your legal responsibility now to be able to put the latest safety technology. We are here to protect you legally. The last thing you need is more accidents, more paperwork, and potential injuries. We give you 99.6% accuracy, pick up any part of the human form. Already 17,000 machines worldwide fitted with Safety Shield Global. We will come in and deliver a complete warehouse, plant and people, plant on plant and traffic management solution to ensure that your people get home safe and that you reduce plant on plant accidents. Looking forward to bringing a whole new level of safety to your warehousing.